Mm-hmm. 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 Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look.
The weekend is here, and Pub Sports Radio, all about the hoops, is ready to rock. Wine Time, how we doing, man?
Oh, we're good, Daby Cab. Happy Saturday, my guy. I'm glad to be back here with you, per usual, to talk some college hoops and some NBA action, man. Had a nice winning day in college basketball yesterday, but we gave it back on the hardwood in the NBA, so looking to find that nice balance today. Looking forward to it. Got the coffee ready. We got our guy Guns ready to rock and roll with us as well. We got a couple other people that usually come on as well, so I'm excited. Let's get to it.
Man, you said the NBA. I'm glad you got some NBA for us because, guys, I'm all college basketball. I got 5 college basketball bets today that I absolutely love. But you know the drill if you're in the chat, man. Old E, my dude, much love to you. Agent Parlay, Nuke Worker, there's my dude. Nuke, I heard you weren't going to be at Pubapalooza 5. That is horrible news.
I heard that.
You've got to find a way to get there, Nuke, and let me know what I can do to help. Anything I can do to help, let me know because we need Nuke Worker there. Although it would be nice to win some bags, and if he's not there, maybe it'll be a little easier to win. But shout out to Nuke Worker, man. Justin, our guy Stacks up there at the top. He said Virginia Tech plus 12 is Stacks play of the day for college basketball. And then we got our guy Rez Mob, man. Everybody rolling in. Do us a favor. Hit the like button and share the video. We're going to try and get this back over the 1K mark. If we can do it, we'll start the show with the giveaway next week. But all that being said, let's go ahead and get a graphic up here because we got some best bets to get to. I try and keep the games, early games. I know this is an early one right here.
I just want to tell everybody I'm doing great. I mean, college basketball going really good.
You don't get an intro, Gun. Shut up. I'm just kidding, man. How we doing this week, Guns?
It's been good. Let's get the fucking plays. Who cares?
Oh,
that's better. That's fitting for me.
Yeah, that was better. I like that right there. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out which one we want. Guys, bear with me. They move this shit all the time.
There we go.
The best one? Is that the one we want? All right, cool. It's like Wine Time's on me. I'm on Guns. Like we're all the different person here, but it'll work. It'll work. Anyways, we got Texas Tech here, man. Number 11, what are they? They got a 6-loss record right now, I think. Hold on, let me pull my stuff up. I should be a little more prepared. But 6 losses for Texas Tech, barring some surprise when I look at this. Coming off the Houston win, we all were on Texas Tech. Well, I say we all were. I don't know what you guys in the chat were. On screen, we were all on Texas Tech last week against Houston. That was a big win for him. I don't know what else you could say. But before that, they ran off a 13-point win against BYU. They beat Baylor, who we're not going to talk about. Baylor's dead to me. I would take West Virginia today. Utah, good win there. Good win against Colorado, even though it was 2 points. It was on the road. This Tech team's really starting to find their groove and hit their road rolling. And I know that 4 losses, excuse me, I said 6. They're 4 losses this year, but this team has really stacked their schedule and played, the upper echelon competition. UCF is always a tough place to play. I got a text from Stacks this morning saying, I'll be on UCF fading your Red Raiders in the bounce house. But I will say, this is not the bounce house. Bounce house is football. I know you know that, Stacks. I do know you know that. But come on, bro. They barely even get up for the football. Fuck that. I took Texas Tech first half right here. They're going to keep it rolling. 2.5 is a number that I'm looking for in a first half bet like this. Full game, I'll stay away from it, but I'm on the Red Raiders first half. And I want to say one thing too. We always talk about Christian Anderson with this Red Raiders team. Donovan Atwell has been an absolute star for this team, hitting 5 threes in the last game against Houston. He hit 7 in the game against Baylor. If I was looking at 3 props today, I would probably look at Donovan Atwell because right now you can get low numbers on him and the books haven't adjusted.
Yeah, it's not just 2. Yeah, you mentioned those 2 guys as well as JT Toppin, man. This Texas Tech team is absolutely loaded. This is going to be a fun team to watch when it comes down to it, when it really matters in March. A team I'll be backing quite a bit. As far as this game goes, yeah, we were on Texas Tech last week. I've been on Texas Tech quite a bit this year. We made some really good money on them, but here I am, first play of the day. I'm going to be fading the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Yeah, it's not going to be at the bounce house, but this place is going to be bouncing like a bounce house over there at Central Florida. This place should be sold out. Central Florida, surprisingly, has had a pretty good season. Give or take, the schedule in the beginning of the season was very weak. We talked about that, I think, a couple weeks ago. I think they started off like 12-0 or 13-0. Played no one, but this is still a pretty good basketball team. We're going to need Ryan Kugel to go off today. He's been averaging about 15.5 to 16 points a game. He's been tearing it up in conference play as well. We're going to need him to get to the rim. We're going to need him to make those open threes. But I am on Central Florida. I think this is a very fishy line. Who's the better team here? It's by far Texas Tech. UCF, I don't expect them to actually be in the tournament in March. We'll see what could happen by then. But this team will be here, Tech, and they're going to make a run, but not today. Not going exactly heads up with Daby Cab because he's on that first half, and I don't mind that first half at all. I think it's going to be the full game where Central Florida is going to get the second half. So give me UCF money line plus 170. Let's go.
That's you, Guns.
All right, so I think this is a bad situation here for Texas Tech. I really do. And I know Texas Tech's been playing great basketball right now. Their numbers are good. They're actually on a 7-day rest going into this game, which is not really typical, especially in this time of the season. Typically, you play like a Tuesday or Wednesday game or something like that. Then you play Saturday. But in this situation, they haven't played since last Saturday. And Wine Time said it. They played against Houston, got the highest win. Now they're going to go travel to Orlando, Florida, to go play this UCF team at what they consider the bounce. It's additional financial arena in Orlando, Florida. But I just think it's a bad situation. You're going against a UCF team that is pretty good on the offensive side of the ball. They're top 40 in offensive efficiency. They're 22nd in three-point percentage, so they can score points on you, and they're great at home this year. 11-2 straight up at home, 3-1 straight up in conference play at home. And this includes a win straight up versus Kansas in that situation. They've been very good as a single-digit dog. They're 5-2 ATS in those situations. And you have Texas Tech. I'm telling you, they're caught in a weird spot right now because guess who we have to play Monday? The Kansas Jayhawks. That is a very short time to be like, oh, now I have to go travel on the road to go play in this weird situational spot on a low line versus a UCF unranked team. I think this is a bad spot here for Texas Tech, and UCF gets it done. And the money line has validity. But I'm going to take the +5 that I got. I'm going to sprinkle that thing salt-based out UCF.
So we got two of us on the UCF side here, full game. I took the 2.5 first half with the Red Raiders.
And I hate fading Texas Tech, by the way. I'm not a fan of it.
Too. I don't feel good about
it. I think that the spot to take Texas Tech is against Kansas because Kansas is running red hot too.
I agree, especially because Kansas is going to play today, and we're going to be talking about that game later on. But this could be a fun game here, man. I'm excited for this one right off the hop. Texas Tech.
My favorite bet's in that Kansas game.
Say again?
My favorite bet's in that Kansas game, and it's not what anybody thinks it's going to be.
I think I know what it is, but maybe not.
You'd be surprised.
You don't know what it is. You might get it on your third guess.
Here's what I think you should do. You should take Texas Tech in the first half and then take UCF the rest of the way so you cash with all three of us, right? Shake hands.
There you go. I'll take it. Hey, I don't have a ton of the early games, guys, but it's real easy for me to throw a graphic up. So if y'all want one of the early games that I skipped, just let me know and I'll put it up there. This is a noon start for me, or 1 o'clock A&M Georgia here, but I can go back to the 11 o'clock games because this is a noon game, like I said. But, man, a term that I have learned being a quote-unquote Aggie is Bucky ball, man. Shout out to Bucky. He's got this team sitting at 16-4. This is an A&M team that I was very outwardly negative on just because their size. They're so damn little. Like they don't impose underneath the rim whatsoever. There's a lot of problems that I can sit here and talk about, but what I should say is the way he has them playing aggressive for 40 minutes, the presses that they're putting on, the amount of effort that this team's putting in is the reason why they're 16-4. And that's fun to watch. When you see a team that doesn't necessarily have the talent, but they're still finding a way to get the wins, it's fun to watch. I expect A&M to enter the roughest stretch of their season right now, starting today with this Georgia team. They're going to see Georgia. They're going to see Florida. They're going to see Vanderbilt. I got to pull it back up, but they've got a stretch of games right here in the next 5 games where they're going to be lucky to win 2. And I'm going to be honest, if they win 2 of these games, now they get off the bubble and start becoming a tournament team. But as of right now, sitting at 16-4, they're not even talked about as a tournament team because they have not played upper echelon competition. They only have 2 quad 1 wins. It's another good chance to get one here against Georgia. If I was betting a side, though, I would take the Bulldogs here. I don't have a side bet on this, but I would take Georgia at home here. I would lay the points with them. I think this is a shit spot for this A&M basketball team. But the bet that I do have in it, and I know it sounds weird to have a player prop in a game when I just said that I think it's a bad spot for a team, but it's threes, man. Somebody's got to hit them. I took the Spanish sniper. We talked about him before, Ruben Dominguez. He's at plus 125 for over 2.5 threes. There's just too much fucking value on that. I cannot pass it. He went 3 for 10 last game, had a little skid where he missed it a couple games, but before that, he got it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row. Before he missed against Mississippi State and Texas, he got it 6 games in a row. He's hit this number 7 out of the last 10 games, and it's plus 125. Of fucking course I'm going to bet it. So Ruben Dominguez over 2.5 threes. I want to hear you guys' thoughts.
Yeah, I'm off this game, but the more I look at it, the more I want Georgia now. Just looking at it from a market standpoint right now, I haven't looked at any of these markets until we're pulling them up right now. Texas A&M right now opened up at a plus 3.5, still sitting at a 3.5. 77% of the bets and 92% of the cash coming in on the Aggies. So a lot of money is coming in on the Aggies, and the books aren't respecting it. Only Caesars has moved this to a -4 right now. Everywhere else has a 3.5 still. I think Georgia rolls here. I haven't moved on this. Maybe this is something I move on right before the game starts, but this seems like a Georgia Bulldogs spot. But I haven't moved on this, but just from a market standpoint alone, because I haven't watched a lot of tape from either of these two teams this season, especially A&M. I haven't watched an A&M game all season long, so I don't know. I'm staying off this. I'm not putting my money on this one, but it's definitely a lean towards Georgia.
I will say one thing before Guns goes is the press makes it fun for the threes because that Dominguez guy that I call the Spanish sniper, I had him the other day, man. He hit back-to-back threes in a matter of 12 seconds.
The Spanish sniper. I like that. It's a cool nickname. Whoever made that one. Hey, Cab, I want to bring this up actually because it's moving before our eyes. It's now 4.5 pretty much across the board now for Georgia. So yeah, with 90+% of the money on A&M and it's just moving towards Georgia, this seems like a Georgia slam dunk spot. I'm off it. Not everything correlates enough for me to move on it, but maybe I do pregame. I won't tweet it out or anything.
Me saying Georgia too. Y'all should hop all over that.
I have a take on this one. It's just right off the top of the dome as you guys were talking on, and I think I was on Georgia on the money line as one of my video picks against Tennessee, and that went into overtime, and I got crushed by that one, but it happens. But I think in this spot, it's a very strong line towards the Georgia side, and keep in mind this Texas A&M team is the top seed in the SEC right now, which is kind of remarkable. But you're seeing them sit here as a dog with a high total. When you see a high total, understand this: Georgia is the number 1 scoring team in the country, and that is. The books are telling you you're putting them as a favorite and you're making them a total that is suitable for Georgia. So I'm going to be telling you is to do this. You have 2 high-paced teams. Georgia, they're not good as far as offensive efficiency is concerned, but they're one of the top 5 teams in terms of tempo. And they like to move the ball up the court. They like to score fast. They shoot in bunches. That's why they just like shoot as many times and make as many baskets as possible and get the points. And A&M is top 25 in terms of tempo as well. So I think the over has some validity on this one, but I don't want to take that high total. I'd rather take the Georgia team total over. I think if they're going to come out here swinging and cover the spread, they're going to score a ton of points here versus this Texas A&M team. And I think Texas A&M, if I'm not mistaken, has a little bit of a look ahead as well situationally. Like I said, number 1 seed in the SEC, highs of highs, and they're going to have a look ahead here. Even though Georgia is not necessarily the team you want to be looking ahead of, this is a Georgia team that needs a bounce back off that OT loss versus Tennessee. So, yeah, Georgia's a look. And I think the team total over here with Georgia has a look, too.
I agree. I think these teams are very evenly matched the more I think about it. And if you got all the money coming in on A&M and the spread's moving towards Georgia, if anything, Georgia's a little better. And they're at home. Yeah, I think you got to take Georgia here. Man, I got to give a shout-out real quick. He texted me yesterday. This guy in the chat right here, Fresh Tape, 6834, man. He said, I'm here from Spoons. Spoons texted me yesterday. He said, hey, man, I'm going to give you guys a shout-out on Kyle's show. Shout out to Kyle, man. They do great things over there. And shout out to our dude Spoon, man. Hopefully we can get him up here.
Hey, by the way, shout out Wager Detective bringing a little bit of a stat on that Texas Tech UCF game.
Man, all you guys in the chat, man, thank you guys for sharing your knowledge. If you drop your bets, I'm going to try and highlight it. I had a buddy the other day. He was like, man, I love your show. And don't take this the wrong way, but I love taking my bets from the chat. So
yeah, dude, heat. I watch them all the time. If I see something good, I'll just like, hey, by the way, call that guy out.
Yeah, he was talking about some of you guys in there. So let's keep this rolling, man. Was there any more early games that I missed that you guys wanted to hit?
How early? I know I've got an 11 a.m. So that's 2 p.m. your time or 1 p.m. your time. Wisconsin. Do you have the Wisconsin-Ohio State one by chance?
Oh yeah, I got that one. I got all the bigger games in there. I'm saying like if there was like if you guys need a McNeese or something like that, let me know and I'll make a graphic. Or you got some Quinnipiac or fucking Ryder or any of those other.
I have some of those too. If you want to talk about them.
What about Campbell and William and Mary? Cab, you have that one available?
Oh yeah, I got it ready to go. Let me just go ahead and pull it up. But I can make it if we need it.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, let's go to the great state of Wisconsin, man. Madison here. You guys know people in Wisconsin love their beer, love their alcohol. It's like the number one drinking state in the country. Really surprising, but these people just booze it up for these games, man.
Cheese too. They love cheese and beer. They're just
yes,
like crazy.
Yeah,
I like cheese and beer.
Yeah, we all do. Who doesn't? But Ohio State, guys, this is a Big Ten team. Kind of surprisingly pretty good this season. They're more better at home, though. This isn't a team I'm ever going to want to really take on the road. It's more going to be a fade, especially when they're traveling to Wisconsin. This place is going to be rocking in Madison here, man. In Wisconsin, people forget. I mean, this is the team that beat probably the number one team in the nation. We saw what that team did yesterday to the Spartans. Wisconsin's a really good team. I think this is going to be a team that it's kind of underrated going into March, and they're going to somehow make it into the tournament. They're not going to have that high of a seed, but they're going to make some noise there. They got a good team. They're deep there, and I just think the Kohl Center in Madison's going to be rocking here. Wisconsin really could use this win here in Big Ten play. Ohio State, like I said, I've been taking them at home. I took them at home against UCLA. They smashed UCLA. But Wisconsin, I just think on the road here, it's going to be a tough place to play. So give me Wisconsin minus the 4. I believe I'm seeing right now. I just want to bring this up here. And I also want to go over the market here before I hand it off here to you guys. I don't like to see this market, though. Wow, I do not like to see it. But what I do like to see is that Circa, the most sharpest book out there, has moved this to a 5 now. This opened up at a 3.5. Circa is hanging a 5. Superbook's hanging a 5. South Point's hanging a 5. They're all hanging 5s now. If I can find a 4.5 still out there under minus 120, I'm going to go ahead and move on that right now. I haven't moved on it quite yet, but I'm going to move on it right now. So I'm going to find the best number available right here, which is I could get a 4.5 still at minus 110 at my book. So I'm going to take that right now. I think Wisconsin's going to take care of business here in Big Ten play.
I like that. Guns, I want to let you take this one, and then I'll go. I got action here, too. I'm at my third bet already given out here, and we're only fucking 3 games in. God damn.
Yeah, this is a game that I looked at for like 2 seconds, and I think they have a rematch later on. If I'm not mistaken, I think I was looking at their schedule, and I'm like, well, maybe the rematch has some legs on it. But this was just a game I didn't like. Usually with Wisconsin, I do like. I'm usually like my brain goes, oh, this is going to be an over. Then I look at the number at 154.5. Seems a little bit low for Wisconsin, so I just stayed away from this game. Now, if there is a rematch, this is where I'm going to be like, okay, let's talk about this game. But right now, I'm going to pass.
Shout out to our dude Stacks in the chat. I feel that. As far as the side, I'm with Wine Time here. I lean on this Wisconsin side. But instead of taking a side here, I went back to the well. You know what they say, right? If you make a good bet, but it loses, you got to bet it again, right? Well, I had a shit day earlier this week, and John Blackwell was one of my bets on it. I had his 3 prop over 2.5. He went 1 for 7. And, of course, the next game, against Minnesota, he turned around and went 4 for 9. It's the way that it goes. I went back to the well here.
A porn name, John Blackwell. John Blackwell sounds like a porn name.
Yeah, it's a good name.
Sounds like a former president.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody who's going to make me some motherfucking money today because he owes me. And if he doesn't make me some money, I'm going to come find this Blackwell No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, I got him over 2.5 threes here. It's minus 114. If you look into his numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he's hit it 5 out of his last 6 games. That doesn't mean it's a lock, right? He went 5 games in a row, missing it before that. So it is a little bit of a longer shot than I like to take with the odds here. But I just feel like he's going to shoot between 7 and 10 of them. Give me 3, bro. You can hit 3. And this is also a Ohio State team who is not going to impose a lot of pressure on the perimeter that I'm worried about. It's going to be more of a run and gun type game here, unless Wisconsin can slow it down, which they probably will. But Blackwell, over 2.5 threes. It's money right there in the bank. So we got the Ruben. Go ahead.
Sorry, wait, your detective. I think he likes UCF today. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I'm just
You cut out, Guns.
Yeah, I can't really hear you, Guns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, maybe I have to just put my face towards the mic. I was just making fun of Wager Detective for saying how much he loves UCF today. That's all.
Gotcha.
He's
So
just dropping knowledge on UCF.
when
He's
I
like,
look at
and
the
by the way,
games,
what they had for breakfast was.
when I look at the games, guys, I got mostly later games. I don't know why I even put this one in here.
Yeah, I mean,
I would only probably look at the Cincinnati side here. 15.5 is a huge number. First thought, though, when I do see this is maybe an under, right? We saw Cincinnati, what they did on defense here. Now, this Houston team is not – they're a little bit different than teams from years past, right? They got a little bit better shooters, I'd say. I mean, you got some of the same people like Sharp and Uzon, Miles Uzon. But then you got this guy Fleming's coming in here, the freshman. They're a little bit more dynamic on the offensive side and a little less dynamic on the defensive side. That being said, it's still a Calvin Sampson basketball team. And you know Cincinnati's pretty much good at one thing, and that's defense. Everything else they're fucking horrible at. Maybe a Cincinnati team total under, or maybe just an under in this game. No bet for me.
Yeah, I'm not betting this game, and it would probably be Houston for me because I think this is a really bad basketball team Cincinnati has. They've been overrated this season. If you guys look at some of the spreads this year, failed to cover in some of the games that they really should have. This is a team that's not playing up to expectations whatsoever. So at the same time, I don't know if I want to lay 15 or so at Houston. You know, this is going to be an easy stay off for me. I won't even watch this game. Houston's a good basketball team, though, for sure. I'm off this, though.
Guns, anything?
Yeah, for me, I think everybody in the chat is saying the same thing, and you kind of alluded to it, Daby, as like we need to be looking at team totals a lot more in college basketball, and the team total under with Cincinnati has validity, and I'll tell you why is because TCU got a team total over on Houston in the last game, and I think they played Texas Tech in the last last Saturday. And Texas Tech got the win, and I think they put up like 90 points versus Houston team. So everybody's going to be jumping off the wagon and taking team total opposing unders against Houston. But Houston has one of the better defenses in the country. I'm telling you, opposing scoring. I think they're in the top 5 as far as that statistical analytics is concerned. I think Cincinnati team total under is the way to play this one. And these two teams know each other very well. I think they jumped to the same conference in the Big 12 together, and from coming over. Where they were coming over from 2 or 3 years ago. So I think these two teams know each other very well, and it's going to be a low-scoring affair. I do lean towards the under a little bit, but I think we should split it. Go look at Cincinnati, take the team total under because Houston could come out here and kick them square in the dick after getting that loss versus Texas Tech.
Yeah, that's a good point. Our guy Nuke said 3 games down, 131 to go. Right. Shout out to Ron Lofton in the chat, man.
We'll be here all day.
Yeah, right. Good to see you, Ron, man. Everybody that's rolling in, man. Reds Mob said he's number 33 on the like. Run those likes up and share the video, man. If we get up over 1K views again this week, we'll do a giveaway to start the show next week. But we need y'all's help sending it out there to get it back up there. I think some people thought we stopped after the tailgate. We didn't stop. We just changed names. All about the hoops. We're here ready to rock. I'm just going to put games up, guys. We can always go back to games y'all have bets in. If y'all want a graphic, you can. I'm going to stop worrying about the time. Let's go ahead and talk about this one that everybody seems so interested in. And there is a reason why. You got number 13 BYU traveling to take on the Kansas Jayhawks, sitting at number 14 here. Kansas has been on a bit of a hot streak, like Gunn said. If you've been following me, it's not a surprise for me. This is a Kansas team that I think people were kind of out on this year. Who is one of the top, I don't want to say 5 teams because they're not, but they are a top 10 team, I think, maybe top 15. And that's when Peterson's healthy, right? Is Peterson playing today? Of course he's playing today because you've got 2 of the best. Now I'm going to say this. Demon Tiza. Did I say that right? Demon Tiza. I don't know how to say his name. The guy for BYU.
BYU, yeah, the other top prospect.
Yeah, AJ Demon Tiza. I don't know how to say his name.
I think they have the number 1 and number 2 players in the draft on the same team.
Yeah, him and Darian Peterson. And I was talking about Darian Peterson's health because, he did sit out the last game against Kansas State, the rival of Kansas, which is wild. He's perfect for the NBA. Peterson is perfect for the fucking NBA. But anyways, he's back. He's not even listed like as questionable here because he's going to play this whole game, and it's going to be an absolute showdown. They're going to try and show who should be the number 1 pick, and it's Peterson. That's the answer. As much as I want to take Peterson's prop here at 22.5, or maybe even take both of their props at 22.5, what I did is I took Trey White over 1.5 threes. First of all, I think that number should be set at 2.5 at plus money, not 1.5. Second, Peterson opens up shots for White because people have to double Peterson. People have to set up full defensive schemes just to play on Peterson. He can shoot the three, so they have to get outside on the perimeter. And when Peterson's in the game, White is open. So I took Trey White over 1.5 threes. It's minus 115, and it's probably my favorite bet on the board today. So Trey White over 1.5 threes. Want to hear your thoughts?
I would only be on the Kansas side here, and I'm pretty damn close to it. That's the team I want to back here at home against BYU. I think Kansas has the better team. And yeah, this is a perfect spot, I feel like, for him. And just looking at the market here, guys, I'll bring up the market in all these games just for anyone that's interested in it. Currently, BYU is sitting as anywhere from a minus 3.5 to minus 4.5. Not even any fours around, really. It's mainly even mostly 3.5 or 4.5s. Right now, BYU's got 60% of the bets and 76% of the money. So the public, maybe not the public, but yeah, I guess you could say the public with 60%, but is coming in, and majority of the money is coming in on BYU, and they're moving this line. I mean, Kansas is up to a 4.5 at some spots. The sharper books, it's just at circa, it's a 4.5. That's where I want to get involved here. I just want to see what my book is offering so I can give you guys an actual number. And it is, let's see, minus 4.5, minus 110. I'm going to take that right now, guys. I'm moving on this. I like Kansas here at home. Give me Kansas.
The way I'm going to be looking at this game, and yeah, Kansas is probably the spot or pass, and because I it's more of me trying to manifest two bets into one. Kansas wins this game like crazy, highs of highs, and then we can fade them against Texas Tech. Texas Tech loses outright versus UCF. That's kind of what I want happen, because then we can go and absolutely slam Texas Tech when they play Kansas, and we just can't step in front of Kansas right now. They're ranked 29th in opposing scoring, but if you look at their defense lately, they've been heating up recently. They gave up 63 points to Iowa State, who averages 86.1 points per game. They gave up 62 points versus Baylor, who averages 83 points per game. They gave up 69 points versus Colorado, who averaged 82 points per game. 62 points given up to Kansas State in their previous matchup. And they put up 83 points per game. So what I'm telling you is there is a significant variable between the what the team's offensive season average is versus what Kansas has given up lately as far as points. Their defense is absolutely cooking right now. And then you have a BYU team coming into this game that averages 87 points per game. That has been their bread and butter. But you're seeing a total here sit at 76.5 for the team total. So I think if you like Kansas, then you like the team total under, because that's how Kansas is winning these games, with good defense. They're playing at Allen Fieldhouse. I think they get it done here. I do want to be on the Kansas side here, but the team total under here for BYU at 76.5 is where I would like to play this game. If you like Kansas, then you like the team total under there for BYU.
You're muted, Cab.
My bad. That's twice. Our guy Chef Tony in the chat said, what did you say about the props? He said college props is a bad market. Bro, you're listening to the wrong fucking person.
I'm seriously going to make a t-shirt, and I'm going to put it into a store, and it's just going to say "You're muted, Cab." That's cool.
Nate brought me a shirt to Pubapalooza 2 or something like that. It says "I am muted," but it's
okay.
like
way short. I think it's gonna be "You're muted, Cab." I think that's
it's like a tank top now. Nah, but college props are a fucking outstanding market. You got to stop making the wrong bets, and then you think differently. We talk about a smaller untapped market. There's not very many people betting it.
You can't, like in a lot of states, though, you can't bet props. That's the problem. My state,
yeah, I love it. I've. Shit, if I'm being honest, I don't think there's anything I like betting more. I can't tell you how many bets I've cashed with fucking literally 7 minutes left in the first half this year. So, I love the prop market. You're just listening to the wrong person. Let's keep it rolling.
Okay.
Let's go UT Oklahoma, I guess, here. I don't know what this Texas team, a lot like the A&M team, just the size is the problem for me. They're not very big. They're not imposing, right? And this is a rivalry, right? You got a rivalry, Texas traveling to Oklahoma. Initial knee-jerk reaction here, I would probably be all over Oklahoma, even though Texas is finally starting to win games. They've lost 3 of their last 4, though. They got the big win against Vanderbilt, on the road against Vanderbilt. Then they turned around and lost at home against A&M. Can't do that. Went on the road, lost to Kentucky, and Kentucky's having a down year. Big win against Georgia, and then on the road, lost against Auburn again. Even though OU doesn't have a single fucking win here, and it's only a -1, I gotta take this. They're begging you to take Texas with the line. They're fucking begging you to take Texas with this line. I would be on Oklahoma. I'm not betting it though, because this Oklahoma basketball team's not very good. You know, they're led by Brown. Or I'm not even gonna try it. Xavier Brown, not Xavier. Xavier Brown, the guard number 1.
Yeah, like the school.
Yeah. He's I don't know. He turns the ball over too much the couple times I've watched. I'm going to be honest. This Oklahoma team is just so bad that I can't bet them here, even though I think it's a trap spot for Texas. So I'm off this game. I want to hear y'all's thoughts.
Take it over, Guns.
I'm off this game.
I'm off this one too. Nothing for me.
Hey, let's there's better spots today, and I think there's better positions to take this team. I did look at this for a second, and it was just a mere second. I was like, I got nothing, so pass.
All righty. Well, I don't want to go to the latest game here. Here you go. Wine time. How about I let you take? How about I let you take this one away? Wine time.
Let's do it. I got the market pulled up right here. Shout out to our guys in the chat. Big Show Picks, MMA Locker Room, Mills, Stephen Harrison in there. I saw my guy Nuke, Chef Tony, Kong's Clip said, "Let's have a day." Shout out to you, my guy. Nasty Nate in the building. Shout out to you. As far as this game goes, guys, I'm going right back to the window with the UCLA Bruins here. This is a team that we're going to want to be backing towards this part of the season as we get into March. This team's, they went out in the transfer portal, spent a good amount of money. They've looked off at times, specifically on the road in Big Ten play. That's kind of how all the West Coast teams do. Not just in college basketball, college football as well. It's pretty much across the board when they travel across the country. They just don't perform well there. And where are they at? They're right back here at the crib. I believe UCLA has won 5 games in a row, had a very impressive win against one of the top teams in the nation against Purdue, then go into Oregon, beat them by double digits. Donovan Dent's not even playing at a high level right now, and I hope he gets a little bit more comfortable shooting the basketball. Cronin looks a little bit more locked in. He got that extension, started losing games, and people were kind of calling for his head. And at this point, he's got his guys locked in, ready to go, and I think that's not going to change here. This game was in Indiana. I would be on Indiana, but this is going to be in Westwood. This is going to be at UCLA. Not only that, Robert Chesney, the new football head coach for UCLA, is going to be there. It's going to be his introductory, so it's going to be a sellout crowd. He's bringing life not into the football program, but the basketball program, all the athletics at UCLA right now. So I think UCLA is going to hand it to the Indiana Hoosiers today. I'm not a fan of this Hoosiers team ever since a couple of weeks ago when me and Guns were talking about them. And they're up, 25 points in that second half. They end up losing the game by 10 points. It was ridiculous. That game was crazy. I forgot who that was against, but I'm on the Bruins here at home. I'm fading Indiana coming out west here. UCLA Bruins -4. The market, I guess you could say, agrees with me. They're moving it towards UCLA, the sharper books, but the public is coming in on UCLA. So never like seeing that, but I'm on UCLA here.
Bruins for our guy, Wine Time Sports. And, I've seen him step up and fade this Bruins team this basketball season. So I trust what you're saying here. Guns, thoughts?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out if there's any like college football. Is there going to be any weird West Coast lag when you have these teams like traveling to the West Coast? I don't know if that exists in college basketball yet. I have to observe that a little bit better. But I think Indiana is on a little bit of a West Coast trip. I think they have another West Coast game right after this one too. But this was a game that I just didn't have anything on in this one. I did wanted to go get in on the UCLA side just because I just love home teams. Especially West Coast home teams go against that team crossing time zones. But I just passed on this one.
Yeah, you are right. They actually play on Tuesday against USC. So this is a West Coast road trip. I think Indiana probably beats USC next on Tuesday because USC is going to run Rutgers out of the gym today. So that's going to be a spot I'm going to be looking at on Tuesday as well. But give me the Bruins here, guys. I love it.
Man, I tell you what, Indiana has been through the fucking gauntlet, and they're coming off that win against Purdue. I know that. So they're coming off like what we always say, the high of highs, right? And now traveling across the country here. Yeah, I see this as a UCLA spot. Like I said, the Purdue win was great, and they got a little bit of a pass against Rutgers. But before that, they had Michigan, Iowa, Michigan State. So 4 of their last 5 games have been Michigan State, Iowa, Michigan, and Purdue. That does not sound fun. And they've lost 3 of those 4 big games. So, yeah, I think this is a tough spot. After finally getting a win, I think they get checked back into reality right here. So not on it, but I agree with you. Let's keep this train moving. A couple more big games that we've got in here graphic-wise, and then we'll get our guest up here to give their best bets and go over any of the games that we missed. But Kentucky here traveling to take on Arkansas. It's an Arkansas team that I've been pretty high on this season, gotten, behind them at the right time. And a Kentucky team that I've been out on. I've told you guys I don't trust this team because they don't have any shooters. How do you not have any shooters at Kentucky? I don't understand. And I keep saying that, and they've had some better shooting games since then. But there is still not a guy that, if the game is on the line, that I trust to shoot a ball from beyond the arc on this Kentucky team. Now, I'd put the ball in Oweh's hand and let him drive the basket. Sure, I like that. But he's got to have an option outside to dish the ball to, and he just doesn't. And it would be a terrible not to talk about how much the coaching matchup is going to matter here. This is an Arkansas spot, honestly. The number being at 7.5, 7 seems like it's a little stretched out. So I'm not on it, but God, I do want to take the Razorbacks here. I want to hear y'all's thoughts, and then maybe I'll move on it.
I mean, yeah, we've been talking about Arkansas all season. It seems like Arkansas has played every single Saturday this season. We've talked about them. This is a good team. It's going to be like they're up there with Texas Tech. Like in March, I have a certain amount of teams that I'm going to be backing early on in the tournament, and this is one of them. Kentucky, though, I mean, they've been playing some of their best basketball ever since the new year started. Coming off a loss here, I don't want to fade Kentucky. I think Kentucky will probably be there when it's all said and done in March too. I think they're going to probably have a next good couple weeks, good next month or so, and as well with Arkansas. But I'm not going to back Arkansas here. This is just an easy stay away from me right here. Money and public is coming in on Arkansas. Not public, actually just money. 56% of bets, 66% of money. And the sharper books are moving this to a 7. So that's good news if you're on Arkansas. Books are adjusting this number towards Arkansas. It's a very hard to play in tough place to play in Arkansas as well. And I know they're coming off some really big weather issues last week. So I think the fans are going to be out here for this one. I'm going to stay away from this. This is two pretty good teams. I think Kentucky, I like Alex Owe, but yeah, there's not a lot of good shooters on this team, but he is a good playmaker out there. And when he gets to the free throw line, he'll knock those down. But Arkansas as well, they've got I think Arkansas has a really loaded roster. I like both.
Well, teams. They want this for Calipari. That's where I.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like if you just, like I said, with the Calipari wants this one, man. That's why I think the line's a little stretched.
James Sparm said, love Kentucky coming off blowout loss to Vandy. Yeah, I get it. I couldn't talk anyone off either side of this game. I could see either way.
I'll say this about them. Every time you see them in the dog roll, I mean, Kentucky always sucks. It's like you talk about like them. They've won 5 out of the last 6, but a lot of those because they were a favorite in those situations. They got their dick stomped by Vandy, and they look lost. And I believe there's some injuries on this one, and I think there's some key players that are going to be missing here for Kentucky. So that's going to be something that we have to look at too, and that's probably why the line is so aggressive. Am I going to be taking Arkansas on the spread? Absolutely not. But I'll say this: if you're going to be taking just an outright winner in this one, you want to put it in a parlay or something like that, like a 3-teamer. Arkansas is the one you need to put as one of your legs. I think that's the way you play this one: is you take Arkansas and then you find something better or maybe 2 teams better on the board to get it to like -110. And play it that way, because I do think Arkansas wins this game. I just don't know by how much. And granted, everybody's saying like, yes, Kentucky off the bounce back, get their dick kicked in by Vandy, but I'll say this: Kentucky is terrible on the road, so be careful with that one. I think if Kentucky was playing at home, however, in this situation, coming off that bad loss versus Vandy, it'd be a different story. But they're on the road once again, and I would not play them right now. But I would take Arkansas on the money line with something else.
Hey, this is random and off topic, guys, but if you go to the liquor store at 7-Eleven, get a Propel Kiwi Strawberry. This shit is fire, dude. It is so good, man. It's so good.
Wait, what? Hold on. Did you just tell us to go to the liquor store?
Liquor store, 7-Eleven, wherever you gas station, whatever you see. But I saw this and Propel Kiwi Strawberry. It's 0 sugar and it's fucking fire.
Is it alcohol?
No, it's
no. Propel doesn't make alcohol.
It's like,
so you put the alcohol in it? You put the liquor in it?
Unfortunately, no.
So where did the liquor store come from?
I don't know why.
That's across the way from my house. Where I got it.
Liquor store. I was like, why were you in the liquor store?
Yeah.
Well, I was waiting for a donation, but I got this wing anyways, guys. Shout out to you guys. Cab, you got something? You got an edible or something you want to take?
I'll hit this pen, bro. This shit hits way too hard, though.
Let's go, baby. Cheers to you guys. I'll bring some out to you, too. We go to SA, Cab. I'll bring you a couple pens.
Oh, yeah.
Spoon said, I haven't seen a Propel since 2007. I know, me either. I saw it online. Someone was talking about it, and I saw it at the gas or liquor store. I was like, I got to get this shit. But let's move on to this next game here, guys. What do we have here, Cab? Do you have – what night games?
Auburn, Tennessee. I'll make any graphics I want, though.
Yeah, that's good. Auburn, Tennessee. Let's go there.
Oh, yeah. And I do have action in this one, too. So one second. Let's hit Gorky, man. I'm fucking dying. I told you that shit hits too hard. Shout out to our guy Gorky, man. Dropping the dono, man. All the members that are in the chat, though, really, man, thank you guys. You make this channel. Without you, we don't have a channel. So if you enjoy what you're doing, we don't sell you anything here. We just ask that if you like what we're doing, support it. So thank you to the members, and thank you to Gorky, man. Let's keep it rolling here. Tennessee, another team, man. Let's be honest, man. The Big 12, the SEC is not as competitive in basketball this year as it's been. And that's a little bit of an understatement. I mean, sorry to say this, Stacks, but, you got Georgia at the top of that conference. Hell, you got A&M at the top of the conference, and they ain't even fucking ranked right now. And A&M's terrible, so I'll take a shot at my own team, right? This SEC is having a down year, to say the least. Auburn at 14-7 and Tennessee at 14-6 is not what I expected to see here. The reason this game's slated at 7:30 is because on ESPN is because this should be a top 25 showdown every single year in and year out. And it's not, right? We got both of these teams probably just trying to fight to get into the tournament at this point. Tennessee coming off 2 good wins against Alabama and Georgia. Auburn looking like they're finally starting to roll, coming in off 4 wins in a row, South Carolina, Mississippi, Florida, and Texas. It's a big game for both of them. Honestly, it is. I'm going to have to back Rick Barnes in this Tennessee team at home, though. I laid the 5. 5's a good number for me. And that's where I'm at. I'm back in Tennessee and Gillespie. Even though I think that both of these teams are having a down year, I trust Nate, Amit, and Gillespie for Tennessee more than I trust anybody like Hall or Pettiford on this Auburn team. I do think that Tennessee has a little bit better talent. I do think that Tennessee is going to be more aggressive on the glass. I trust Rick Barnes' defensive scheme. So let's go Vols here at home. I got Tennessee -5. What's y'all's thoughts?
A quick shout out to our guy, the Goracle, and Kelly McInnes. Kelly's always been a big supporter of the show, along with the Goracle. Both of them gifting Pub Sports Radio memberships. I believe Gravy Betts received one. And who else received one? Boogeyman 4. So shout out to you guys. If you guys received one, don't be afraid to gift one as well, guys. Got another one poured out for you guys. Shout out to you guys. Love you guys. Let's get paid today.
Yeah, shout out to all the Pub Sports Nation and the Gun Disciples. I can break down this game if you guys have anything. But, here's the situation. I think this is a bad spot for Auburn. I mean, you're seeing it kind of heavily weighted towards the Tennessee side on this one. Tennessee coming off a nice little road win in overtime against Georgia, and this is a team that's heating up. They're a very good defense, and the Auburn has a little bit of a look ahead. And I know everybody kind of weights this towards the football with the Iron Bowl and stuff like that, but keep in mind, Auburn has Alabama next week. That game is a little bit more important to this one. And Tennessee playing at home, I think this is not a spot you want to go get cute and take the dog on this one. I think Tennessee's going to be coming in here swinging. Just ride that hot hand with Tennessee and keep it moving. Of course, you have Auburn that's won 4 straight. They're off a big win versus Texas. And I just think this is a good spot here to fade the dog. And by the way, if you go look at the numbers, I know they've covered as a dog. They covered against Florida. They covered against Georgia as a dog in conference play. But I think in this situation, we're going to be taking Tennessee. But is it going to make my card officially? No, it's just a lead. But I think Tennessee's in a good position right now.
I'm with you guys. I don't think me and Cab have ever agreed on so many games on one show so far, because I'm with him right here on Tennessee. I want to be on Tennessee. I haven't moved on it quite yet. Only thing keeps me off is Circa has this out of 5 and everywhere else has this out of 5.5. So the fact that Circa's not moving it towards Tennessee is a little worrisome. So that has me off this game ultimately, but I want to back Tennessee at home here. I think Tennessee's a lot better than what they've shown so far this season. They at least should be. They poured a lot of NIL money into this team, and they had high expectations. So Auburn, on the other hand, yeah, they had high expectations going into the season, but I still don't see Auburn as a basketball school. This is a Tennessee spot. I haven't moved on it, not giving out, not betting it, but that's my lane. You muted my guy.
We got right at 150 people on YouTube, man. 300 between YouTube and X. Thank you guys for rocking with us, man. Keep sharing it, getting out there. Like I said, we'll do a giveaway to start the show next week if we get over that 1K mark again.
Is this real? 52 days left for MLB. That's when we're going to be in San Antonio. That's crazy. Dude, that's crazy time. Man, it really flies. Shout out to Noel 207.
Now that you got a kid, it's going to go faster and faster, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Oh,
this shit,
yeah.
this shit just it don't stop, bro. Like it just rolls through. So yeah, baseball will be here before you know it, man. Shout out to all you guys. There's my dude Spoons, man, in the chat. We were shouting you out earlier, man. Much love, Spoons. It was good talking to you last night again, my brother. Let us know what action you got, Spoons. And anytime you want to join us, you're more than welcome to. All right, guys. I've given out my 5 bets so far. I've got a 6th one that I might make. Do you guys have any games that you want me to make a graphic for that I can put up here that we can go over? And anybody in the chat, if you have a game that you want to talk about or you want to have a question for us, drop it in the chat. We'll highlight it. We'll go over it. We got some best bets that we're going to recap. Get my guy Gorky up here to give his best bets. And yeah, that's that.
Yeah, and I have NBA bets today as well. One of them is going to be going off here at 9:10 a.m. my time. So we'll talk about that at the end of the show, but I do have some NBA for us later on. Can't hear you, Cap.
I can make you an NBA graphic for it. What game?
Yeah, let's go to it, man. Let's go on down to San Antonio. Well, it's actually in Charlotte, but San Antonio Spurs against the Charlotte Hornets here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte playing some really good basketball, guys. Have made me a ton of money this season back in the Charlotte Hornets team. People are like, why are you backing the Charlotte Hornets? They're just a money maker. I mean, look at their record. They might be a 500 team here in the next week or two, which is absolutely wild. But I am on the San Antonio Spurs here in this spot. Being a short favorite against Charlotte, I don't really think it's a short favorite. I think it's a very tough spot for San Antonio going to Charlotte, but I just think San Antonio, they're going to be ready to rock in this game against the Charlotte Hornets. Right now, we're seeing 55% of the bets, 59% of the cash coming in on the San Antonio Spurs. This line opened up at a 3.5, depending on where you're looking. It is now a 4 for San Antonio. So the line is moving towards San Antonio, and it's not a lot of public and money coming in. It's just more of sharper money coming in. This is an early game. A lot of people aren't betting this game because there's a lot of good college basketball on today, and I feel like this is games flying under the radar. Give me the San Antonio Spurs on down to San Antonio. -4, -110. Love the Spurs here in this spot. They're going to smash the Charlotte Hornets.
I like that. I don't have any thoughts, NBA. I'm not going to pretend like I do. Guns, anything you wanted to say?
Yeah, you want to get the nitty gritty, the dirty to the dirty, and get some of these crappy ass conferences. Talk some ball.
That's what we
Give me
want.
one, man. I'll make the graphic.
VMI versus Mercer, Hawkins Arena, Macon, Georgia, 2 p.m. This is the one I want to be taking on this one.
Macon, Georgia. Wow.
You have to pay attention to Mercer. I'm telling you, you have to pay attention to Mercer. And you're going against Mercer's going against one of the worst teams in college basketball in VMI. They're 331st in offensive efficiency. They're 359th in defensive efficiency. You have Mercer on the offensive side. You may think their strength is their offense. They're 95th in offensive efficiency, but that's pretty good for like those bad, like middle conferences. But they're 54th in scoring. They average 82 points per game. And they're going against a VMI team that's right 320th in opposing scoring this year. I mean, it is a bad team. And they met already this season. Mercer beat them by 10. They were 8.5-point road favorites in that situation. Now you're seeing the line creep up to like 18.5. So the books are even adjusting for Mercer right now. And Mercer's just been an absolute wagon. I mean, 7-0 ATS at home, 9-1 ATS as a favorite, and they've covered 9 out of the last 10. And they're going against a VMI team that is 0-6 ATS in their last 6 games. Just take Mercer. Nobody in their any public noob is not looking at Mercer whatsoever, and you need to. Mercer is a team that you just have to bet automatically and just cash the ticket because Mercer just cashing left and right, and they're a heavy favorite here against a team they've already played when they were an 8.5-point road favorite. So give me Mercer here at home, -17.5, 18.5. Doesn't matter. They're going to win by 20+. Muted. Oh, muted.
I said from Virginia Military Institute. I know my small school's guns. Test me right there.
Yeah, you know their basketball program? Well, okay, what's their mascot?
Let's hold on. Virginia Military Institute.
Something
probably, yeah, they are yellow. Some like St. Mary or something.
Nope. It's cadets, but it's spelled
That's
like
close.
Cadets.
That's close.
it's spelled
That's
like
close.
It's KED. It's a weird spelling. It's the cadets.
Yeah, it's spelled wrong. I remember that. We had a conversation about that one time
Oh,
because
no
I thought I
way.
spelled it wrong.
Shout out to Chill Will, said I will be at the Spurs Magic game tomorrow. Shout out to Chill Will, man. Can't wait to see you in San Antonio in 50-something days, man. It's going to be here before we know it. Let's go.
Dude,
And
I
Ron
couldn't wait,
Lofton,
man.
Dylan the villain is the beast the Suns needed. Yeah, he's playing some – he's averaging over 20 points a season so far this year. It's kind of crazy, man. He's playing some really good basketball.
Our guy asked if favoring college over NBA is a Midwest thing or something. Well, I'm in the South, so can it be Midwest? But I think it's just a personal thing. Like I think probably Wine Time likes the NBA more right now. I like college basketball. I think it just depends on what you're winning in.
My bank account likes the NBA a lot more than college basketball. I can tell you that. I love betting college basketball and watching it though. And I will say though, he said, is it a Midwest thing? I think it is because a lot of those Midwest teams, they kind of rely on those big time college programs because they don't have a lot of major sports teams out there. So they're really into these kind of games. So you appreciate those kind of things. So shout out to them.
Man,
I think it's an Atlantic, even the Atlantic, like the Atlantic region loves college basketball. SEC really, I think they're starting to grow into college basketball, but they've always been like football type because there's not really a lot of NFL teams that they can follow except in New Orleans. I think it is. It depends on what part of the country. Midwest, I mean, it's Big Ten. Big Ten just loves competitive sports.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, Big Ten's the best conference in the world and all of sports, I believe, right now.
Do you think it's weird? And I thought about this the other day that I feel like I'm in the upside down when Indiana has a great football team and Nebraska has a great basketball team. It seems like
right? That's funny.
Crazy.
I agree. I don't know. Nebraska almost beat the best. I think Michigan's the number one team in the nation. The fact that Nebraska was beating them the entire game in Ann Arbor, like it was just wild. Like the Nebraska
kept it close. They lost by 3. So
me and Cab hate this Nebraska basketball.
I don't like them, bro. I don't like them. Hey, what I do like though is the fact that we say this is a best bet driven show, and we're about to hit you guys with a bunch of best bets. Our guy Kong's Clips is backstage. We're going to give him the screen. He's going to bring y'all his best bets. Then we're going to recap our best bets in case you missed it. We'll tell you guys what we're betting. Then we got our guy Gorky bringing you best bets. And I sent Spoon the link because he asked for it. So maybe he's giving you a best bet too. So now's the time to get out your pen, paper, your book, if you want to just go ahead and bet it instead of write it down and listen up. So without further ado, let's get our dude up here. Kong's Clips. Let's go, baby.
Happy Saturday. Kong Slips in the building. Coming with some action. Recently turned over to college basketball, so that's where I'm going to be making my money at. Today, I'm on Cincinnati, Houston, first half, under 63.5 points. We got two good defenses here. The first game they played this season went under by, I think, 6 points. I think this game can fly under this first half total. I'm also going to switch things up here. Usually I'm on Houston first half, but this Cincinnati team in the first game played Houston tough, won the first half outright, and we're getting a lot of points. Give me Cincinnati first half plus 8.5 points. That's sitting at the total is sitting at minus 115, under 63.5, minus 115 in the first half. Cincinnati first half plus 8.5 is minus 112. I think Cincinnati can keep it close here in the first half. And maybe Houston pulls away late. But I'm not messing with the full game. Give me the Cincinnati Bearcats in the first half. Louisville, coming off a tough loss, headed back home. I'm going to be on Louisville at home today, minus 9.5. This is where they play their best ball. It's been like that all season. This team can't play on the road. But as soon as they come back home, they get shit in order and they spank ass. So I'm going to be on Louisville today. minus 9.5 at minus 110 at home. Duke, the Dukies. I'm going to be on Duke today. I seen this line just dropped from the 12.5 down to 11.5. You can get it minus 114 right now. I'm backing Duke full game. This is a really good Duke team, bro. They're stacked. They did just spank my Cardinals, taking their play out on the road. I think Duke gets it done in spectacular fashion. I got a parlay today. It's an alternate parlay. We're going to drop a couple of these lines, put it in a 2-leg parlay for some plus money. I'm on Duke minus 8.5 points full game, and I'm on Cincinnati first half plus 11.5. You can get those at plus 133. I think that's good money. Good, easy way to make plus money on 2 spots you're confident in. Drop the lines a little bit, put them together in a parlay, get you plus 133. UFC tonight. UFC was ugly last weekend. I'm going to bounce back tonight. Kong smash play of the week, POD, is Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez comes in this fight coming off a nice knockout win over Gene Silva. Prior to that, Diego Lopez lost his fight to Alexander Volkanovski. He come into the fight timid and did not go when he should have went. He's a very exciting fighter, and I think if he comes out and fights like himself and puts pressure on Volkanovski, I think he gets the finish. Give me Diego Lopez money line at plus 124. Tweeted out earlier in the week. I think Diego Lopez comes in to Australia, takes the belt away from Volkanovski in spectacular fashion. Also on this card, we got Taliesin Teixeira. I'm taking Teixeira to get a knockout in rounds 1 or 2 at minus 145. This guy don't work by the hour. He comes in, he gets shit done quick, and gets out of there. All of his fights have ended in the first round. I think this is no different. I think he comes out, gets a knockout quick, fast, and in a hurry, and wins this fight. On to Benoit Saint Denis. Benoit Saint Denis fighting Dan Hooker, the Hangman, close to the Hangman's hometown. I think Benoit Saint Denis is going to come in here and grapple fuck the shit out of Dan Hooker, and I think he gets him out of there, whether that be by ground and pound or submission. Give me Benoit Saint Denis inside the distance at minus 140. Hometown kid, Quillen Salkild, super hyped up prospect, and it's warranted. Good fighter, great fighter. He's got the power to put your lights out with one shot. And I think he gets it done here today. I think he comes in and knocks Malarkey out. And you're getting a great number on it. His money line's minus 1,000. The KO props at minus 130. If he's going to look minus 1,000, he's going to have to knock this guy out. And I think he does so. Quillen Salkild, KO, minus 130. Long shot parlay. We put a KO prop with a submission prop with a decision prop. Bet size appropriately. We have Billy Elicana by sub. We have Mauricio Rufy by decision. And we have Diego Lopez by KO at plus 3,196. Appreciate you guys for having me. Let's get this college basketball thing started off right and run some units up. Shout out to LJ, man. My guy LJ was in a wreck here this past week. I hope you're healing well, my guy. I hope you can be back soon. Hope the concussion fades and you come back stronger than ever, my guy. Salute to you. Salute to the show. Love you guys. Kong, I'm out.
Let's Roscoe. I don't know where the other fellas are, but shout out to Joey T MMA. He said, "What's up, y'all? Diego Lopez money line plus 125 is a planet flag for UFC 325." Guys, make sure to tune in to Pub Sports Radio today. They're going to be live streaming the UFC all day long. It's like a 7-hour live stream. It's good stuff. I am going to tail my guy Joey on that play because Joey has made me a ton of cash backing him in the MMA, specifically underdog rolls. And I think Kong said he's on that as well. So I'm with him. I'm going to be backing Diego Lopez money line here today as an underdog. And Cab as well. We've got our guy backstage, I think, ready to rock and roll. 1/2 of walk-off wagers.
Hell yeah, man. You and him absolutely crushed it. One of, if not my favorite news shows that I've seen this year. So why don't you introduce him? And I'm going to be right back, but introduce him, and I can't wait to hear what he's got.
Yes, sir. Let's get right to it. Shout out to our guy Cab.
Somebody say something happened to LJ from Houston?
Yes, I will bring that up really quick here. So LJ got into a car accident earlier this week. He's at the hospital. I think he stayed there 1 to 2 nights. Had a concussion, I believe, what was the symptom. He's banged up pretty bad, but he's all good. In stable condition. I think he's at home now. So everything is good. He's all good. So shout out to our guy LJ. Make sure you reach out to him, Guns. I sent him a message earlier.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm just finding this out now. So
LJ's a hell of a guy. I got to kick it with him a couple years ago in San Antonio. I don't think I ever gripped someone ever gripped my hand as tight as he did. Guy's a strong guy right there. So shout out to our guy LJ from H-Town. But let's get right to it. If our guy is ready, I don't see his screen on, but if he is ready, I'll give him a quick little introduction, guys. You guys know him here on Pub Sports Radio. 1/2 of walk-off wagers. Do walk-off wagers every single Sunday during the baseball season. Break down the entire MLB card Sunday. It's always an extremely long card too, and the show is extremely enjoyable, extremely successful. So shout out to our guy. And this guy's been crushing it in college basketball so far to start this season. I know he is. So let's bring him on without further ado. My guy, Spoons Bets to the building. Spoons, what's good, my guy? Good to see you. How's your Saturday treating you?
It's going pretty well. It's a late start for me. Was up till after 2 doing the show last night. We went through way too many games, but it's a huge card today. I got 11 bets. We don't have to run through them all, but we can talk about anything. I really like that UCLA spot you were on. I was monitoring that line, hoping for a 3 at some point today. I don't think I'm going to get it. I like that UCLA spot. That's a solid one. I think Indiana, not a great roster, a bunch of mid-major talent. I think this is a tough West Coast trip to find yourselves in, and UCLA's in a really long home stretch. They just played a technical road game versus Oregon, but I mean, they didn't really have to go very far for that, and they get to stay home for 3 straight. I went back and forth, but I would like to get there with UCLA. Did you guys talk about Texas Tech or anything?
Is this the first
We
leg
did.
of the road?
I could bring that up.
Oh, sorry.
Gun?
I think it is the first leg of the road trip for Indiana.
Yeah, I think that's what I was asking. Is if this is the first leg of the West Coast road trip, this is the time to fade them. I wouldn't want to fade them in the next time because all they're going to do is they're just going to stay on the West Coast for the next game too.
Well,
so this is the leg of that West Coast road trip. So
USC has Rutgers at home today too, and USC is going to beat them by probably 20 plus points. So
Rutgers is awful. I would take over on anybody that's playing Rutgers.
So I'll take whatchamacallit. I will take them against USC when they play them on Tuesday. Indiana. If Indiana loses to UCLA and USC blows out Rutgers, I will fade USC on Tuesday. But Spoons, we talked about this game already, so let us know your opinion. Texas Tech, Central Florida here in Central Florida.
So this is the first bet I made yesterday. I saw Texas Tech sitting at 3.5, and I didn't scratch my head. I just bet it 3.5, 115. UCF, it has a really tough building. They call it the bounce house here. Johnny Dawkins is a good coach. And they've kept it close at home versus good teams like Arizona, number 1 team in the country, 7-point game. So this is going to be a test. And Texas Tech does have a really big game on deck versus Kansas. But I just think 3.5 is too short. This Texas Tech defense is on another level than most of the defenses in this country. UCF coming off a game versus Arizona State, Colorado before that. This is a ridiculous jump in competition from those 2 teams. And I could see this game being a 10-point blowout. The building will be tough. I'm sure UCF will make a couple runs, but I just think Texas Tech is a much better team.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, as we talked about this game too earlier, this line was a 4.5 earlier. It's now a 5. So, I mean, It's Texas Tech seems like the side. I already bet UCF money line plus 170. You can get a better number now, but I am on UCF money line plus 170. Didn't want to take the points. I think either Tech's going to blow them out or UCF's going to win outright. But Guns, talk to them.
And by the way, I just want to let everybody know in the chat, if you don't know already, Wager Detective loves UCF today. He's dropping some knowledge, though. No, I'm just kidding around, man. I like UCF today, too. I do hate the fact that every arena at UCF has to be called the Bounce House. I think there's only one. You call the football stadium the Bounce House. You have to come up with a new name for your arena. It's Edition Financial Arena is the name of the arena. But this is the perfect spot to be fading a red-hot Texas Tech. Like we already talked about it before. I don't need to reiterate. I just want to make the joke that like everybody calls every piece of property. What do they do? Like if I'm in I don't know, a liberal arts student major and I'm in an English class, do I call that the Bounce House too? Is it going to be
so like at some point once a name gets attached to a school, like there's certain buildings like the Dunk isn't the Dunk anymore, but it will always be called that. The Amp will always like there's just certain buildings that'll hold their name.
But the Dunk
and then it
like
gets attached. It gets attached. Like when people come down to Columbus, that gym's called the Shot. I think the actual name of the gym is like Great Value Arena or something like that. But most people when they're saying or talking about it, they call it the Shoe. They're going to the Shoe. It's a different like. I mean, it gets interchangeable in college sports.
Is related to football. And I think they call Kansas's Allen Fieldhouse. Didn't they call it the Fog or something like that?
Yep.
I can't remember.
They did. Yep, they do. Yeah. Yeah, this could be a fun game. Spoons, where are we going to next?
Huge card. You guys want to talk about a good game or a bad game? Let's talk about the Baylor game.
There's no such thing as a bad game if we're going into some of the dirty conferences. It's called good betting.
I got some pretty nasty names on my card today, so we'll talk a couple of those.
Go nasty.
First off, I'm gonna hit this Baylor. I took Baylor money line plus 146. This team is in a severe buy low situation, sitting 1-7 in conference. But if you told me they were gonna be a dog versus West Virginia before the season started on January 31st, and I could get plus money, almost plus 150 with Baylor, I'm gonna take that 1,000 times over. They've made some additions to this team throughout the season, and I don't know how good of team chemistry they really have, but I have faith in Scott Drew to pull out some wins, and I think West Virginia can drop a game to absolutely any team in this conference. So I think Baylor money line's one of the spots I had to pull. I didn't take the points because kind of like One Time was saying in that last game, if they don't win, I could see them getting blown out.
Yeah, I'd rather take the money line than the 2.5 anyways, and that's I don't know. I don't know for college basketball. I can't tell you that. I know for NBA though, it's been. My ROI is still good backing the dog when it's 5 or less. College basketball rather than take the spread in the long term, but college basketball I haven't ran like a sample size like that. But I'm curious. It is down to a 2.5 right now in that game. And you mentioned, Baylor disappointing basketball and football season. I mean, I don't even think they made a bowl game in college football. They're kind of pouring some money over there into Baylor. Not good things happening.
The rule is you're supposed to be good at one at all times.
Yeah, and they're not good at either. 1-8 in conference. That's crazy, honestly, because Baylor has burnt me a lot this season. I backed them, and I can't back their games anymore.
They're terrible on the road too. I mean, you look at their road record. I mean, that's where they play their worst basketball. I think at home you could probably have some validity with that one. And maybe Spoon's on the right side is because to me it seems like a low. I would think that West Virginia would be a bigger favorite in this situation. They're very good at home, solid team, and they're getting this really low, like 2.5 line against a Baylor team that just is awful on the road. I don't know if it's because people still perceive Baylor as a good basketball program or something. I don't know. And West Virginia hasn't been good in years, but now you're starting to see the come up like back in the days when West Virginia used to have Pitt Snoggle. We're starting to see some of that West Virginia vibes coming in there. And even when they made the Final Four, like in 2011 or something like that. But like this is a spot that I just had to pass on. It was a weird line, but I'm not going to back Baylor on the road.
Shout out to our guy Matty Ice. He said, "Bad night. Sorry to everyone who tailed." Hey, Matty Ice, don't ever be sorry, my guy. We appreciate you sharing your action. You cashed more than you cashed.
Well, you gave out one bet that lost. Who cares, bro? You came on. You gave out a 4-1 card on my birthday. You came on here last week or 2 weeks ago and gave out a 4-1 card. Just so happens
I'll say this for me, hand up college basketball right now, absolutely awful for me. Like last week has been absolutely a detriment to me, and that's been my MO. January's been awful with me in college basketball. I pick it up towards the end of the season. It happens to everybody, man. It's good. I mean, hand up. I'm terrible in college basketball.
Boons, what up, man?
What up? I see. I should rock a hat on Kyle's show. I'm gonna offer like a hat sponsorship. Whoever wants to pay
I got
for
hats.
sponsorship.
I'll send them to you. I got a whole fucking. I got every college basketball team behind me.
That's what's up. I probably need to get in the hat game if I'm going to be on screen that much. It adds some character to it. I've never been a hat
Great
person.
sales on Fanatic.
You guys don't want to see me wearing a hat, so I ain't gonna wear no hat.
I have to. I'm losing my hair, man. It's fucking bad.
See, I mean,
It'll probably be a transition over the next couple of years. You'll just start seeing me wear a hat.
I don't know what I'd do if I was losing my hair.
You have those luscious locks right now. I think you should be rocking them on.
I need a haircut so bad. I've been winning like crazy this month. This has been the best month I've had in a few years. I'm really excited coming into the end of it. Kind of scared to get hit in the face on a college basketball Saturday. This happens, especially when you put 11 bets out there. But I think this is going to be a good card. You talked about the VMI game earlier. VMI's rival, they just played the Citadel and lost. I'm going to be on the Citadel again in this game. At first, I was kind of looking at them for a letdown situation versus UNC Greensboro, a team in the conference that's really kind of underperformed expectations. They have a much better offense than most of the teams in this conference, and they're sitting there not playing good basketball at all. I think this team has bad chemistry. They just lost by Mercer 95-77. Ugly game versus Furman as well. The last time they got a win was versus VMI, and I think Citadel at home is just a really tough team to play against. It's a really small gym. It plays weird. Citadel definitely takes advantage of it. I think any other team playing UNC Greensboro, not named Citadel right now, you'd be having to lay 2.5, 3.5 points. But since it's the awful Citadel, we get plus money, and I took Citadel plus money 125 here on the money line. Conroy's a really good coach. They find ways to win in this gym that make you scratch your head over and over again. And this one won't make me scratch my head. I think Greensboro is a bad team.
Shout out to you, Spoons. I got to give a quick shout out to our
Kristen's
lady,
not
Kristen.
I looked at that one. I kind of leaned towards the under.
Kristen, you gonna be at Pubapalooza 5? I hope
told
so.
her and the husband got to get there this year. You guys got to make the trip down to SA. You guys will get taken care of. You guys will get taken care of good. I'll definitely buy you guys a round of drinks when you guys get down there. So try to make it. Shout out to you guys. Got this poured out for you guys. Let's go. Spoons, you have booked your trip to the SA. Is that true?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I have to fully figure out lodging and all that. I talked to Jimmy a little bit about it. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do as far as that goes. But yeah, I have my flight booked down. I'm going to be in San Antonio for the week. It should be a good time.
What time or what day and what time do you get there?
So I land like around noon on, Wednesday? And then I leave, I think it's Saturday at the end of the day.
Nice.
Maybe I have.
I'll get there Wednesday at 2:30, so I'll be there a couple hours after you. That was the earliest I can get in that day, and then I'm out Sunday. We have our other guest here, our special guest here. Everyone's been asking about this guy the last couple of weeks. Where has he been? Sharing his NBA plays. Is he back there?
Yeah, he's back there. I was going to say, did we finish through Spoon? Or here, I'll give y'all the stage here. And you I'll produce. I'll put him on the solo because I think he's got one or two NBA for us. But
yeah, let's bring on our guy. Intro.
I've been like a thorn in this dude's side, man, because I've wanted an up here. Guys, today, I mean, look, we got Spoons. Gorky's coming on. Kong brought y'all best bets. Now we got our guy Dutch bringing it to you guys, man. I mean, it don't get better than this. NBA college basketball on a Saturday. We're getting paid here at Pub Sports Radio. Thanks again for the dono, Kristen. And let's get my dude here up. One half of the sesh, my guy, Dutch Boy Fresh. I want to intro.
I'm going to fill this coffee. Be right back.
No, I guess we don't have an intro for him, so I'm just going to get him up here. Our dude, Dutch Boy Fresh. Let's go.
Hold on. Dutch Boy Fresh in the building. Dutch Boy Fresh in the building. There we go. There's your intro.
All right. The NBA is a hell of a drug. Are you looking at the plug? Yeah, man. Good to be back with you fellas. All about the hoops. We got our guy Guns, picks. We got wine time. Good to see you, my friend. Congratulations on the new addition to the Wine Time fam. My boy Spoon Dog had to slide out real quick. And Daby Cab had to fuck up my sesh. I guess I'm not Jimmy, so I won't come on his show. That's what this fucker texts me. So,
I mean, I'm not Jimmy, so he's not here. I mean, but now he is.
So I stopped the middle of my workout with my guy, shoulders and arms, for you, Cab. All right, for my guy, for Guns, and everyone in the chat. Shout out to Kristen Hess, the beautiful young lady. I'm so happy Cab hasn't ran you off yet. Thank you so much for that. And let's get to the goods, man. Let's get to the goods. All right, the association has been a beautiful thing of late. We're 9-2 since the session on Monday, and we're gonna keep it going. And we have early basketball. That's right. It's just not college basketball early. We got the NBA at a 12 p.m. Tip-off, 9 a.m. out here on the fresh side. We're going Charlotte Hornets. That's right, the Charlotte motherfucking Hornets. Plus 4.5 against the San Antonio Spurs. Early start for both teams. I think the Spurs might be a little bit more sleepy on the road in Charlotte. Also have to play Orlando tomorrow. Now, check this out, guys. Say what you will about the Charlotte Hornets. I mean, we've even played that clip on the session throughout PSR and had our fun with it. But they're having a good motherfucking time right now. Maybe a little bit too much fun, but most importantly, they're winning basketball games. This offense is clicking on all cylinders. They are 11-1 the last 12 with the starting five out there. You got Con Air playing out of his fucking mind. You got Bridges doing his thing. Andrew Miller is a bucket. And, of course, LaMelo running the show. That big, the center from Michigan, the big guy, doing what he has to do. The bench is a little light, but you're still pressing a button with Colin Sexton. I like the Charlotte Hornets the way they're playing right now. That game against Dallas, Cooper Kupp dropped like almost 50, did everything possible to win that game, and somehow Charlotte continued to take the blows and found a way to win in Dallas. I like them to win the game today against San Antonio, to be quite honest with you. And if you know, I like San Antonio, but I don't like them today. Charlotte Hornets plus 4.5. It's good money. They've won 5 straight basketball games. They have beaten the San Antonio Spurs 7 out of the 8 last times they played. I think they win the game. Tobacco Road, it's only right, Cab? We're in Tobacco Road for on a college basketball show, but it's the NBA, and it's the Charlotte Hornets plus 4.5. And that's it. That's all I got.
I think it's ironic that Dutch is wearing a faded championship.
Oh, I'm muted.
Sweatshirt. When listen, you ain't going to no Super Bowl. My Pats are going to the Super Bowl.
One is all we wanted, Dutch. Thank you for bringing it to us, man. Guys, show some love in the chat if you want him back, even if it is 1-2 bets. That's what this is about. Best bets. And there's no one hotter right now.
And absolutely. And you have a hell of a coach over there in New England.
I do. Yeah.
Coach. And Mr.
It might not be our year.
When they said, "Oh, we're wearing the whites. We're 5-0 in the whites." Oh, well, that's good. Hopefully, the Tooth Fairy comes tonight too. We'll be waiting on him. How can you not like fucking Ravens,
we had the
bro?
best path. I'm telling you, we got our best path to the Super Bowl. I understand that, but guess what? The Patriots are back.
It was a fucking layup to get there. Don't get that twisted.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Vrabel's gonna have them boys prepared. Great hire. And I love listening to that guy talk. So good luck on Sunday. Guns, good luck to everyone today. Spoon, it's great to see you. Wine Time as well. Big Hundo, Cons Clips, all the real ones. Be sure to hit the like, share the video, and y'all stay fresh.
Hell yeah, man. Shout out to my guy, Dutch. As you see, mid-workout, he stopped the workout to bring us the action, so shout out to him. I'll
say fun fact, though. I wouldn't know Daby if it wasn't for Dutch. So.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Wine Time, you care if I recap real quick? I'm here with you guys still, but there is a deadline for me, and when it comes, I don't want to still not have my bets. So I want to give them to you guys, and then maybe we can all recap here. I know Spoons might have a couple more, and then we got our guy Gorky giving you best bets. Guys, Kong, Dutch, Spoon, Gorky, Guns, Wine Time, myself, tons of action. There's no reason that you're not loaded up on action and knowledge today. So hit the like button, share the video, show some love. My bets that are official for today are Texas Tech first half minus 2.5. I'm with you, Spoons, just on the first half there. I've got Ruben Dominguez, the Spanish sniper for Texas A&M, over 2.5 threes at plus 125. I've got John Blackwell for Wisconsin, over 2.5 threes at minus 114. Shooters are going to shoot today, boys. Trey White, over 1.5 threes for Kansas at minus 115. That's probably my favorite bet on the board. And then I'm on Tennessee minus 5 at minus 105. So 2 sides, 3 props, 5 bets total. 5-0 is what I want today. That's what I want today. But just wanted to recap for you guys. Guns, do you want to recap what you got?
Yep. I mean, I'll give you some of the early plays. I'm going to drop the VIPs for the people. If you want to go check me out, go to my Telegram on @GunsPicks. But like for the early plays, I like UCF and +5. I like them on the money line. I think they get it done in the bounce house. I think a lot of people do. I brought up Mercer against VMI. Mercer -17.5 right now. I think it's up to 18.5, but it doesn't matter. Also, we didn't mention Northern Illinois versus Miami, Ohio. Miami, Ohio is just playing absolutely flat lately in the last 4 games, but I think this is the time to slam Miami, Ohio when they're playing the lowest of lows. They're playing a Northern Illinois team that's playing way above their pay grade. They're off a 20-point win. They're one of the worst teams statistically in offense and defensive efficiency, and you're dealing with a Miami offense that just gets it done. They're 4th in field goal percentage, and they're 4th in 2-point percentage and 18th in 3-point percentage. This team can shoot, and I think they get it done off that flat spot, only beating UMass by 2 in their previous game. So I think they get it done there at -17.5. So Mercer, UCF, and Miami, Ohio are the teams that I like today.
Hell yeah.
I'll just rattle the whole card off, and if anybody hears anything they want to talk about, we can go back. So I had Texas Tech -3.5, 115. Elon -4.5, 105. You can get a better number on that one. Lemoyne -4.5, -110. Texas A&M +3.5, -110. You can get a better number on that. Citadel moneyline +125. New Hampshire moneyline 110. Buffalo -2.5, 115. Oklahoma State moneyline -102. Baylor moneyline +146. George Mason moneyline +105, and New Haven moneyline +100. One spot I do want to talk about, I think it might be one of the better spots on the board, is Lemoyne. They play in a terrible conference, and they played really well coming down the stretch. Let me get my spreadsheet pulled back up. They have a player named Shiloh Jackson, who's probably one of the top 3 players in the conference right now, and he's been hurt the last few games, and they played really well without him. He was a game time decision in their last game. He had been in a boot, had sprained his ankle in a shoot around. Didn't seem to be a serious sprain or anything, and he was on the sidelines walking around in that last game. As a game time decision 2 days ago, I think there's a decent chance he goes here. Lemoyne just lost by 20 points to LIU, a game that they probably had a chance to be in. LIU were multiple possession favorites, but Lemoyne shouldn't have lost that bad. I think this is a get-right spot versus one of the worst teams in the conference in Stonehill. I think Lemoyne, without Shiloh Jackson, can win this game by 2 possessions, and I think if Shiloh plays, this is a game that can get opened up 15, 20 points, and Stonehill gets the frustrations taken out on them after that LIU beatdown.
What's your thoughts on Stetson? Because I'm interested in Stetson today. I'm looking at that line there today. Have you looked at that game?
I didn't dig too deep in that. What's the number sitting at right now?
It was like -2.5. We don't have to talk about Stetson.
I like my son basketball.
The dirty shit, and I was looking at like highlighted plays that I have on there, and there's Stetson. So Stetson is a team that I've been betting on like low key, and I think that's going to be like one of those spots today for them. I can't.
North Alabama is a free fade spot. I look at them, just any team that you kind of like. I've been able to get it over on them with Queens and Florida Gulf Coast. I mean, some terrible.
Also a good one to take and just take it automatically without even thinking. Whoever North Florida is playing, take the opposing team total over. They are the worst opposing scoring team in the country. Is North Florida. They play a lot of overs, but sometimes the books adjust the lines very high on their overs. But you take the team total over on the opposing team, you're going to cash tickets. We're going in deep. Let's go
gross.
deep.
I could see getting on Stetson. I wish it was plus money, but that's a
that's the thing is like they made him a favorite, which is very odd. That's why I like
nobody. Nobody wants to lay points with Stetson. That sounds hard to do. I'm gonna look back at that after this show. New Haven money line. This is another spot that I feel like is a really good spot. They're new to D1 this year. New Haven Chargers. They're playing St. Francis, and this is St. Francis's last year in Division I. Came up for just a couple seasons, and this team's really bad. I think New Haven has won every game on their schedule that they've really had a chance at. Kind of overperformed my expectations for this first year in Division I, and I think this is one more spot where they get a win. If we look at New Haven's recent schedule, they just had to play Mercyhurst twice in a row because they had a game canceled. That Mercyhurst was a bad matchup for them. They'd been rolling right before that. This New Haven team's been able to play a lockdown level of defense in this conference that allows them to win with just bad offense. And St. Francis's defense is so bad. I think New Haven's offense will look good. I think plus 100 is a joke here.
That's a look too. I mean, Mercyhurst's playing a pretty good basketball right now. I think they play very well at home or something like that. But yeah, that's a team you pay attention to.
Mercyhurst is way better than either of these teams, and I think New Haven having to play that team twice, it just was a bad situation for them. It's going to be serious step down in competition to St. Francis.
We're boring the chat, I think. With our
quick shout out, our guy Am. He's been asking this question, and I'm a little bit. I want to know this too because Xavier does look nice. He said someone.
It is very good luck today.
Do not take Xavier. I think I'm going to be with you, Am. I think I'm going to move on it right now at -4.5, -110. 92% of the cash on DePaul, pretty much across the board, and the line's not moving. Xavier's got to beat these guys by double digits. Give me Xavier. I'm with you.
Those two teams already played each other too, and I think I want to say that Xavier was a dog in that spot. Now you're seeing them as a kind of a strong favorite in this spot, and DePaul has kind of been a very good high covering team for a while, but I think they're starting to cool off and start to turn back into that pumpkin that they were as of last year. Actually, like one of the teams that everybody beat on with DePaul, but DePaul's on the highs, like they're on the rise. I think the coaching, the coaching move they made there is working. They're starting to cover spreads and they're starting to win games. But in this situation, I think they are going to cool off in this spot, and I think Xavier's a good spot.
I looked at this game too. I think Xavier definitely wins this game. I'm a little bit snake bitten after the last game. I had them with the points in that Seton Hall game. They were up at halftime and ended up losing by like 20 points. So
Seton Hall is very good too.
So the Seton Hall defense is on another level than what DePaul is going to offer. I'm not a big Chris Holtmann guy. I'm an Ohio State fan, so I watched him closely for years. And one thing I vividly remember is he went 2 calendar years without registering a road win in the Big Ten. He struggled immediately coming over to the Big East on the road. I think this is probably a Xavier spot. I got some bias built into DePaul, so I try to avoid their games.
Xavier, I'm making it official. I'm going to bet it right now. I'm going to tweet it out with all my
already on it too, so I think we align there one time.
Let's go. Let's bring on our guy here because he's going to go over his action as well. Spoons, you can continue to go over your action. I'm just going to bring him on screen, and he can give it out as well, and then I will give mine out at the end. Let's bring on our next guest, guys, right here. You guys already know he's in the room. He's hot boxing the room, not with weed, not with cigarettes, with a cigar. No windows are down in that room for several hours, guys. He hotboxes that room, and we are going to bring him on here. Our guy, the Goracle here. What up, Gorky?
I hate when my mom opens the window at night to let the air flow through. I hate it. I'm not for it, man.
Well,
cheers, let's go.
Let's her, Gorky. Damn.
Hey, let's get paid, man. My day starts with Georgia and Texas Tech money line plus 115. I know you guys are on the other side. I'm going to say good luck and cross my fingers and toes, and we'll see where it takes me. My next play is BYU on the money line by itself, straight up. BYU is a deeper team than Kansas. Kansas is more of a basketball brand, but I think the transfer portal and NIL and professionals coming from Europe to play college basketball helps schools like BYU because they're able to recruit more mature players. And Mikhailo Bošković should be a professional playing in Europe right now, but he's at BYU hooping, and he's the 5th best player on that team. And then I'm going to end my night with a plus 170 underdog. Yes, that's right. Give me the Auburn Tigers. And Tahad Pettiford.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. I'm not on that game, but I like it.
I moved on Tennessee minus the 5, so we're on opposites there.
No. Here's my breakdown for that. I think that Tennessee is kind of hovering towards overrated. Auburn still is struggling with the transition from Papa to Son as the coach, and they still haven't found their step. I don't know if they do here, but I know that this game can be a close one because these teams are basically the same records, the same stats. They have the same numbers for a reason. You know,
Good.
It's what, 25 games into a season already? Teams are what they are.
Yeah, like we're between what 20 and 25 right now. I think 21, 22 games.
Yeah, most games are 21 or 22 games.
So, like, okay, guys, I'm a sports betting, basketball, not a math major, but
it is all good, Gorky. We know you like your sports.
I know Gorky's smoking a cigar like he's Red Arbach right now, like fucking celebrating his
Red
championship.
Red Arbach would light up a stogie when the game was out of hand. I'm doing it before the game, bro.
Well, that's what I mean. It was like it's like Red Arbach smoked a victory cigar. It's like that's why that fucking Boston Garden was just stained with tobacco juice all over that fucking like on the roof.
Yeah, what do you think?
Spoons, can you finish up your action before Gorky, was that it for you right there?
Yeah, bro, that's it.
Yeah. Spoons, take it over. Continue the rest of your plays.
Sorry, Spoon.
Real quick on that tobacco smoke. I think all the cool basketball videos just look so much better with all the smoke in the air. Like it has that haze, all the 70s, 80s.
Like 70s and 80s, like 80s, like Celtics video.
We'll never get to see Wemby in a smoke like that.
Yeah, I mean, imagine like Larry Bird like doing what he's doing just with a haze of tobacco smoke just over him, and he's diving on the floor and like running for 4 quarters. Oh my god, man! The Celtics were like, that's why they won championships, because they had to deal with this big cloud of fucking like Boston guys smoking Marlboros, man.
Bro, that was when home court advantage actually was home court advantage.
Oh yeah, well that and the parquet floor, because the ice was underneath it, it made these heaves in the fucking floor, and only Larry Bird was the one that was smart enough to study where the ball bounced on certain parts of the parquet.
That's wild. So there's a Power 4 game I really like. I don't generally get in on a ton of Power 4 action, but here in the Big 12, Oklahoma State versus Utah. I think this is a really good opportunity to back Oklahoma State as a dog. If you can get them a short money line right now, I got a minus 102 last night. I kind of expected that to be the high point of the line. Not scared off at all. I think this Utah team is the worst team in the Big 12. I don't think it's really that close. If we look at the teams they've beaten this year, their best win on the season is TCU on their home court. And if we look at TCU, where they were off of right before that, they had just played Kansas, Arizona, and BYU, coming off a BYU road loss where they were in that BYU game to win and have to stay in Utah, go over there. It's a letdown game. I make nothing of that win. I cross it off, and then it's their best win is Mississippi. And what has Mississippi done in the SEC? They're not a great team this year. They're sitting 3-4. I think this is a really fishy line. I know Utah has a really good home court advantage. There's a little bit of elevation baked in, so players have to deal with that. But this isn't the first time Oklahoma State has had to hit the road. I think this is Oklahoma State moneyline spot. I think home court advantage is overbaked in a lot of college basketball games, and I think this one is right here. There's no way Utah should be laying points to any team in the Big 12.
Bro,
right.
Also, I just want to ask, do we understand how bad Penn State is?
Penn State's pretty bad.
I mean,
yeah.
you can't say it like that. You have to.
They lost one of their best players, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but-
true. Yeah, there you go. Got it.
Yeah, but still, bro, next man up. You're Penn State. You're not fucking.
Yeah, but that's it's not fucking football, Gork. It's fucking basketball. Like they don't have a basketball program. You know what they care about in the winter? They care about wrestling. That's a fucking wrestling school in the winter.
True.
Trust me. They don't give a shit about their basketball program.
That's true. Good point.
Yeah. A great wrestling school, by the way. My God. I mean, I'm telling you. I mean, Iowa, like Big Ten in altogether. That's all wrestling, man.
Thanks, Dizzy. All right, Spoons, finish up your action, my guy. Is that all of it?
I don't think anybody really wants me to talk about America East basketball or MAC basketball.
Yes, they do. I do.
Go for it.
And by
Buffalo
the way,
versus Ohio, you
shit.
can get a -2.5 with the Buffalo team. Buffalo started out this season really hot, and they played some tough games in the MAC, and they've come down to earth. And I think their value is now just undervalued. They lost 5 straight games to Ohio, Kent State, Miami of Ohio, Akron, and Massachusetts. And the one team that sticks out of those 5 is Ohio. They're by far the worst team. Akron, Miami of Ohio, Kent State, any single one of them could win the MAC tournament this year. Once they get put on a one and done tournament, Ohio cannot. They're a bad team that got lucky in that win. Buffalo was up in that game in the first half and ran into some foul trouble and just bad shooting to end the game. They lost it on the road. This is a tough trip between Buffalo and Ohio. You're sitting in a bus. It's really cold out. It didn't go over the night before. I think this is a spot where why is Buffalo only laying 2.5 points? Maybe it's a fishy line for a reason. Buffalo recently just got one of their better players back in Freitag. I question maybe he might still be dealing with some sort of lingering injury, but he's been playing more minutes, and I think this is a spot where we just lay it with Buffalo.
I'm on the same play. Buffalo is going to be a VIP play. This is like on my card. I'm going to give it out for everybody right now. Like that is a perfect play. And I think if you look at the history, Ohio has owned the history, but between Buffalo, if you look at the covering side, and I think Spoon alluded to the first matchup, like bad shooting night, but that was on the road. Now you get them back at home, and Ohio is just not a team you want to back right now in the MAC. I think that's a perfect spot there for the Buffalo Bulls. And if you're hesitant to take them on the spread, I think there is a good value on the money line too. So, yeah, Buffalo, perfect. Love the Bulls.
One more. We can head to the American East. This has been a really fishy conference to bet this season. More line movement than anything I've ever seen. I'm going to take you to Bryant and New Hampshire. New Hampshire is the much better team, in my opinion. Bryant is playing at home, and this is one of these spots where I keep talking about home court being overvalued. Bryant shouldn't be a favorite versus New Hampshire ever. New Hampshire is a much better team. They're sitting 4-3 in conference, but they have some pretty good wins. Albany and UMass Lowell are very good teams. They're coming off those back-to-back wins. This is significant letdown in competition. Bryant's under new leadership this year. They lost a lot of their team. That's tough in smaller conferences like the America East because a lot of the better teams get to keep their best players and build for 3 or 4 years with the same guys. And Bryant had a really good team for 2 years. It has some name value in this conference, but it's a bad team this year. Jamie and Christian, I'm sure we'll have this team playing better in the future, but anytime we can get them around a pick, I'll be fading them for the rest of the season.
I'll say this, like you said it best, is like there's name brand to Bryant right now, and people are thinking about that old Bryant team. I was like, you know what hits like a lot for me is the unders in their games because you have these low totals every time you go against Bryant, and you could probably take the team total under on in a lot of these situations too with Bryant. Not a good scoring team, not good on the defensive side of the ball, but they're very slow in terms of tempo. So they play a slow, methodical game, and it is American conference type of, situation there. But like if you have a total that you're seeing anywhere below 130, always take the Bryant unders in the totals in the games.
Just for statistics on that real quick, Bryant is the worst team in the nation in conference versus their conference opponents for adjusted effective field goal percentage, sitting at 42%, dead last in the country. Offensive rating, they're in the 3rd percentile in the country. New Hampshire is not a great team. They're very mediocre, but they play good defense, and I see no way for Bryant to score in this game.
That's what I mean. That's what I say. It's always low totals. You look at their history.
Yeah,
from
I
their
was trying to
trend.
endorse that
Oh,
total at the same time.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. I don't have. Did you guys talk about Georgia A&M? I heard Gorky hit it for a minute. I
Yeah.
took the A&M plus 3.5. I got a bad line on that. Makes me a little uncomfortable, but I really don't think Georgia should be laying more than a possession to this A&M team. These are two teams that play with incredible pace. Like they call it buckyball is what A&M does. Bucky McMillan has been running one of the fastest paces in the country since he was a Division II coach, and you can't play fast basketball with him, and that's what Mike White does. He plays fast basketball. I think Georgia and A&M is going to find themselves in a game that it's going to look like an NBA score. This is a dead over, and it's going to be back and forth. No team's going to pull away by more than 10 points because as soon as they go on an 8-point run, the other team's going to come right back. I think this comes down to free throws at the end, and if I had plus 3.5, I still feel comfortable, but definitely take the 4.5 if you can get it.
Yeah, I actually moved on the other side. I'm on Georgia. I moved on that during the show when we talked about it. Just kind of the market got me there, and seeing some of the books move it to the 4.5 right now.
I think that will be a hell of a game.
It is going to be a really good game, yeah. And I just think Georgia at home is going to be able to take care of business there.
Guns, did you look at the George Mason game?
Let's see, George Mason.
Yeah, for a second. I didn't have a look on that one. It's right up the road from Gunspick Studios, but like I'm very I'm always honed in on a lot of their spreads and a lot of their totals, but in this game I had to pass.
Gunspick Studios is in a good place, bro. It's where winners going to live.
It's fucking frozen right now, dude. It is like it is so like I can walk on my backyard on top of the snow and not make a dent. It is that cold.
Well, that's
Did you enjoy
ice,
that
bro.
picture I sent you this morning of my view, Guns?
Dude, fuck you with that one. I wanted to actually go and personally just take the red eye to go see you and punch you in the face.
What do you have? What do you have? The beach right in front of you?
Dude, we're in Canada. Like we're basically looking at. You look outside your window. That's Maryland right now.
I know, bro. I get it. Yeah.
Real Madrid. Who else on UCLA? I am on UCLA, and I think Spoon said he was thinking about moving on it. But
I'd like to join you. I think that's one of those games I'm going to try to watch the first 5-10 minutes of it and just hope that UCLA gives up a couple fast break points and the line drops a few points, and I can just get that. I want to get the 3. That's the number I'm circling. So anything under that, I'll move on.
Let's see here,
bro. I think Indiana's live to win that. I don't have action on it, but I really do. I think they're live to win that.
So Indiana is a mid-major team. If you look at the players that are on that team, it's Drake. It's middle conference teams. It's a new coach this year. He's done a good job putting a team together, but I mean, I don't think we should have high expectations.
That's all well and good, bro, but have you seen Purdue play in the last 3 weeks?
Right before they went on their 3-game skid, the night before I went on a rant about how I think Painter's overrated. I listed off all the terrible teams like St. Peter's and FDU that he's lost to in the tournament. It's still like 5 or 6 low major teams he's lost to in the tournament now. He does decent versus the good teams, but every time you expect Purdue to really show up and win a game, it's a game they can't lose. That's when they lose.
I've been on Purdue twice. They fucked me twice. Fuck them.
I got so much hate for it, and then they lost 3 straight games, and I haven't heard of Pete.
And I just think that you can't stop shooters, and especially Allen Iverson Jr. over there, whatever his name is. I can't think of it right now.
Iverson Jr.
That kid's game reminds me of Allen Iverson's game a lot, bro.
So I'm on the Elon game.
Indiana.
There's a kid in Kyle's Discord that goes to Elon. He was showing us some of the activities that were starting at 10 a.m. They have a bunch of kids pre-gaming already, been drunk for quite a while. I think that'll be a nice little environment.
I love Spoon, and Spoon needs to be added to the fucking Chiron here because I need a guy that can play the small ball with me. I know Wine Time likes to play in the top 25 and the P4s. Same thing with Daby, but Spoon and I probably talk the same language. We're talking about Stetson. We're talking about all these little small schools, and there's a game that I love today that is going to be my max bet, and it is a fucking dirtiest schools. And I'll talk to Spoon about this after the show, but I'm telling you, it was you got to add Spoon back into this.
Anytime Spoon wants to come on these Saturdays, he's always welcome to. Always shoot the link his way. Spoon, I know Spoon's. I mean, guy goes live all the time, so I know he's busy. He's got a fam and all that, so I don't want to bug him too much.
Saturday mornings are probably the best spot where I can sneak in for this. So,
let's get some Spoon action in the chat.
Lamar Wilkerson, boys.
That kid can score. He can score. UCLA, such slow pace, such good defense. It's going to look a lot different than what we just saw Wilkerson play versus a Purdue team that was switching off the whole time.
But still.
So that's another thing with Purdue this season. If you're watching them, they're just deciding to give the best player as many points as they can get. That's their game plan, and they're let the rest of the team beat you.
One thing I don't like about Purdue's game, watching them 3-4 times in a row now, is that they live and die by the three. That's all it is. Yeah, they have Trey Kaufman-Wren inside, but really you can defend him. He doesn't go up strong 7 times in a row to get a foul. No, he is defendable.
Shout out to our guy Robert Cherry. He says my underdog record for 2026 stands at 128-76. That's pretty impressive. That's
play.
I challenge that because I'm saying 2026 just started.
Yeah, but that's kind of he's high volume on the.
Let's talk about. I know Syracuse. Can you guys talk about Syracuse real quick for our guy Am? I know he asked about it earlier.
Lean Syracuse actually. I think this is the first time they've been favored, and I can't remember who they're playing, but I looked at this.
I think it's Notre Dame or something.
Yeah, Notre Dame. I think that this is the first time that Syracuse has been favored, probably the last 3 or 4 matchups, but they're playing at home in the Carrier Dome. I lean towards that favored on Syracuse, but it's not on my card.
I agree. This is a Syracuse spot. Notre Dame has been a shell of itself without Marcus Burton healthy in that lineup. They've lost 2 starters, 3 starters since the beginning of the season. I think Syracuse is not a good team. If you listen to noise around this team right now, Autry's on the hot seat. They're interviewing other coaches after games, asking them about, would you take this Syracuse job kind of thing? And he's only been there a few years now. He hasn't had the fairest shot. He's had a lot of really big injuries. I think getting a win versus a program like Notre Dame will look nice at the end of the season. I think he's going to find a way to get this done. I can't do it, though. I don't like Syracuse. I have a hard time backing them. If you like this game, you can bet player props. Just take J.J. Starling or something. But I like Syracuse to do it. I can't trust it.
I think you're hitting the right side. Like that's how you play it, is you look towards the props. You have a coach that's either going to give a shit or not give a shit, because regardless of what happens, he's I could win my next 2 games, I'm going to get fired. He could have that mentality, or he could be I need to crawl, beg. It's I need to show something to the people. And if I can't get big wins at home, then I'm going to lose my job. Who knows what his mentality is? It's a very tough spot. It's a coin flip type of situation, but I'll tell you that, like I said, the line is very weighted towards the Syracuse side, in my opinion, based on the history. So I don't know. This is a game that I was I don't know. Syracuse kind of stinks. I can't do that on a favorite.
Yeah, I would be on Notre Dame here, if anything. Because
of course you would. You're always on the opposite side of us, Gork. Jesus Christ.
Hey, man, I just think that when it's close, you take the dog, because college basketball college basketball is kind of where college favorites go to die.
Yeah, we got to get this thing fucking wrapped up, guys.
Fellas, tip-off is in 9 minutes. So if you guys, I got in all my action, so I'm good to go.
I got all
out.
my bets in. If anybody wants to see them, they're all on X.
Let's wrap it up, boys.
Hopefully it's a good day.
Yeah, guys. You guys all follow us on Twitter. So if you don't, make sure you follow Spoon's Bets, Why Lose Guns, Wine Time Sports, The Goracle, Gorky, Daby Cab as well. We're out of here. Went over the limit, but it's all good because we're talking ball, guys. But good luck on everyone's action. Gorky, you got something to say?
Yeah, I want to say, guys, don't forget to member up. Silver and gold members.
Yes.
Get in the Discord. Cap 24 hours a day with some of the best, sports betting, people. And we love what we do, and we are out here for you guys every day of the week here on Pub Sports Radio and pubsportsradio.com. Let's fucking go.
Let's go, and we out.
That was a fucking